Hey everybody, welcome back to TAZ's Wig Closet at Wig Studio One. I'm giving you a look at a Noriko style today. This one is called Seville in the color Macadamia LR. You won't want to miss all the details about this style coming up. Seville is a long style with a beautiful fringe bang. I think the bang feature is what really sets this apart. We're going to talk about that here in a moment. But I want to get into this color, this Macadamia LR, real quick here first. So the Macadamia LR starts with a medium to light brown. And that brown is just fairly neutral in tone. And then it has a heavy highlight of a light honey brown. And now that light honey brown is kind of warm in tone. So it's a warm honey brown. And what you'll notice then is that this has a long medium brown root. So that rooting really comes out pretty far into the style. But it's done really well. A lot of long roots, when they end abruptly, it just isn't attractive, but this one is really has a beautiful transition. I think it's soft. Okay, so let's dig in here. This bang is about 5.15 inches. I love the bang, and I also hate the bang. Let me tell you why. So right out of the box, this bang just wants to stick up. Now, I've had this style before. And same thing, the bang just kind of wanted to stick up. And it was very baffling when I was a newer wig wearer what to do. But I'm very much acquainted with this style now, and I can tell you that there's a lot you can do to love this bang, because when this bang is on, it's on. So if this is the problem that you have or have had with this style right out of the box, I'll give you a few pointers on that. So when you get it right out of the box, the first thing you want to do is try to find a little bit of parting space. Now with this bang being just over 5 inches, you're probably going to want to part it, although, and you can note that I said this could easily be trimmed. These bangs could easily be trimmed into a shorter length for a straight across look. But the first thing is try to find a little bit of a parting space, and then separate the hair around that parting space. Then I want you to spritz it with water really well, and then take a pin and pin it back on both sides and set it on a wig, a wig stand or a mannequin head, and leave it overnight, okay? When you put it back on, you're going to see a big difference. Now, if you're impatient like I am, I have another solution for you. Now, I want to go on record to say that this is not a heat-friendly style. The Noriko fibers are absolutely beautiful, but it is not heat-friendly. I still believe you can take a very mild heat for a very little period of time to achieve a little bit of a hack here. So what I suggest is a hot air brush. Now, this hot air brush is a very mild heat. Nothing too intense, and I'm going to use it for the least amount of time. And I think this one has a high and low setting, so I always use it on the low setting on a non-heat friendly style. But when those bangs are just kind of sticking up right out of the box, we want to get those settled down, right? Without making them plastered to the head either. So that's why this is so great, because it gives you the warm air that will help train the style, but it also gives you the ability to curl at the same time. So what I do is I separate the bang, place the curling brush underneath, and just use that under curl motion. I just continue to do that. Wrap the bang around the barrel. And I do that for a little bit of time. I release and check it out. We want to make sure there's no damage being done. Now, if that is all that it takes, that's awesome, but you could probably go through that experience a couple of different times. So that's going to not only make that bang lay down a little bit easier, but it's going to retain that cute curl, under curl, because the last thing you want it to do is be plastered to your head. Part of the appeal of this style is this beautiful feathery bang area. So this style is probably around 16 to 17 inches from the crown to the tip of the hair in the back. You'll see some really beautiful layers kind of coming together in the back. Makes it such a cute feminine look. The way those layers come together back there, and then there's a slight flip on the ends. It's just so fresh and youthful, this look, isn't it? So this is just a basic cap by Noriko. So you'll find that closed rose net on the top, open wefted sides and back, a very hearty cap. This one fits exactly average and can be adjusted more easily for petite than average large. Noriko does tend to run a petite average on most of their styles, especially the legacy styles that have been around a while. Now there's a lot of permatease, as you would expect, and it's obvious the amount of permatease on this style, right? Because of this height that you're getting. It just looks like you have spent some time teasing to get all of this height and volume on the top. I love that little cute crown here, a little bump it at the crown always gives a youthful silhouette to the style. Now this fiber is absolutely luxurious. It's a nice hardy fiber in that it's a medium denier. It has a nice soft silky touch and appearance. It's not too shiny. It moves beautifully. The only problem that I have with the Noriko fiber is that it does tend to get stringy on some of the straighter styles. Like my Jackson tends to get stringy, and that's pretty easy to remedy. You just kind of comb or brush it out a couple times if you're wearing it throughout the day. The density is average to thick, on the thick side. Due to some of the minimal layering, it does feel like a little bit of a heavier density. Seville does weigh about 5.5 ounces, and I suggest this style for cooler weather climates or the winter season. I wore this wig to Vegas many years ago, and it was way too hot. I really suffered underneath all of this permatease. This wig doesn't breathe very well because there's a lot of permatease on the top, and it's a nice lush density. I think Noriko really nails bangs. I'll tell you why, because they take that bang all the way to the edge, the seam of the cap there where it meets the ear tab. And that little bit of an undercut bang makes a huge difference in the way it looks, feels, and has the ability to be styled. Plus the fact that when it comes off of that cap, it's just not straight down. Also, it's a nice wispy bang. It's not terribly thick. And that really helps with a look of being very natural. So I want to compare these bangs to another banged style by Noriko, new for fall 2020, and that is the ALVA style. So Alva's bangs are around 4 inches instead of the 5 inches here on the Seville. They're both beautifully undercut a little bit, and very sweet bang, nice and wispy. They're both done the same way, except for the one on ALVA is about 1 inch shorter. I feel like that 4-inch bang is a lot more manageable than the 5-inch bang here on Seville. So it all depends on your face shape, how big, how long your forehead is. Typically a 4-inch bang is going to be swept off just above the eyebrow and be out of the way. And when we start getting into a 5-inch bang area, that's no longer bang to me, that's more fringe. That's something that you have to separate around the eyes as a fringe piece, because it really does get in the eyes if you're looking to style it straight down. But beautiful bangs on both of these. I'm going to put up a clip here just to show you what the bangs look like on the Noriko ALVA. Now ALVA is another straight, like a medium length, straight style with bangs, and I feel like maybe that could be a little younger sister to the Seville here. Seville looks like ALVA just has grown out. You've kept the bang and it's grown out. There's some similar layering on it. Here's a look at the Noriko SEVILLE cap. I want to show you the outside first. I want to give you a close-up look at that part. So it's really not that bad at all in terms of visible permatease. Very well done, I think. So here's the inside of the cap, no surprises. A nice generous top there, rose net, lots of permatease, a velvet hairline at the front with a little bit of a built-in weft there for good coverage. I love how they splice in all this fiber all the way down through the ear tab. A nice closed ear tab, extended rose net on the nape, and bra strap type adjusters. Lots of wefting on this style. Like I said, average size right out of the box and can easily be adjusted for petite average circumference. So my Seville here is right out of the box. I shook it out, put it on, and used a hot air brush just ever so slightly to calm down those bangs and give them a nice contour. And I may end up doing that one more time just to get the desired effect. Now with glasses, there's a lot of permatease on this cap throughout. Most of it is on the top and on the sides. With glasses, depending on the thickness of the arms and so forth, you may have to tuck it underneath the ear tab or into a weft to get the best and most secure fit. See you next time on TAZSWIG Closet at Wig Studio 1.